Hello action figure fans, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review for you. This video goes up on a Monday, so this is Marvel Monday. This time I am reviewing the Marvel Legends Gamerverse Ms. Marvel action figure. This was released in 2020. This is part of the Abomination Build-A-Figure wave, and I bought this in the store in 2020. Here it is in a nice window package. I like the window packages so I can see the action figure and the accessories that it comes with. I like to make sure the paint job is good. I like to make sure I have the correct action figure. I like to make sure all the accessories are included. So that's why I buy action figures in window boxes. So here is the front of the package. There's the top with the Avengers logo up there. There's the bottom with some manufacturing information. Here's one side with Gamerverse characters in a picture. There's the mirror image of that same picture. Here is the back with a picture of Ms. Marvel, a little mini biography in English and other languages, manufacturing information on the bottom, and the Abomination Build-A-Figure plus all the other action figures in this wave. So I will open this up and review the action figure in just a moment. Here is Ms. Marvel, and the only accessories she comes with aside from the Build-A-Figure pieces. So let's see how tall this action figure is. According to the tape measure, Ms. Marvel is about 5.5 inches tall, or about 14 centimeters tall. So one of the shorter action figures. I think this character is meant to be a teenager, so maybe shorter than a full-grown adult. I haven't read a single comic book with this character in it, so I'm not familiar with this character at all. Here are the accessories. Apparently her powers are to stretch out her hands and make them big. So looks like they're very nicely sculpted. And here's Peg. And there's a little hinge in these arms. So looks like there's a bracelet here. So I've already tried plugging these in at the end of the wrist, but if there's a bracelet here, then I suspect we're supposed to take the forearms off. Take the forearms off here, and then plug in these super-powered arms. But I haven't seen that done on a Marvel Legends action figure before. I've seen the hands, extra hands with a little peg, so I can swap those. I've seen extra heads, so I can swap that. But I don't think I've ever seen the forearm being swapped, so I'm a little nervous about pulling these out, especially considering that there's no actual instructions in the box or on the back of the box to let me know that that is what I should be doing. So that would give me some assurance that I'm doing something correct, and I just have to be careful not to break it. So I'm not willing to take that chance at the moment. I'll have to look into it some more, but Hasbro really should put some more detailed instructions to let people know what they can do with the action figures or what they shouldn't do. But these do look pretty nice. Let's take a look at Ms. Marvel. Now I think this action figure is a repaint of an earlier release of Ms. Marvel. I think she came with the Sandman Build-A-Figure wave a while ago. So exactly the same, except a different paint job. This paint job is meant to reflect her appearance in the game. So it's the Gamerverse version of Ms. Marvel. So nice full head of hair. Here's an extra scarf wrapped around the neck there, and pliable plastic here. So an extra bracelet on the hand and tiny little fist. And nice paint job on the front there, and kind of a skirt piece made of a pliable plastic. and then some simple legs here, and then a lot of nice extra detail on the boots, and peg holes on the heel. So not a whole lot of detail on the back. So it looks alright. I'm not familiar with the character, but this action figure looks alright. So let's take a look at the articulation. You know, with this full head of hair, we cannot look up, but we can look down a little bit. Now, what I forgot to mention is it looks like they did a pretty nice job on the eyes there, where it looks like they put a little bit of glossy paint on there to make sure it seems to indicate moisture. So, nice detail there. So we can turn the head. The hair kind of affects how it moves, but we can turn it, and maybe just a little bit of head tilting, but the hair gets in the way. With the shoulders, now these are very thin arms, but we can bend the shoulders up. It's pretty impressive. Even though these are thin pieces of plastic, it feels like it's pretty good. This was from 2020, so before Hasbro changed the plastic. So the plastic they used for this action figure seems to be able to handle being bent. So this shoulder is a bit stiff there, but it will go all the way around. Okay, and then we have single jointed elbows. This one's pretty good there. And we do have a swivel at the elbow, so that's working. And with the hands we can turn at the wrists, and there are little hinges somewhere. Yeah, that'll work. So this one works much better. We have a diaphragm cut here where we can't really move back and forth. Well, we can wiggle back and forth a little bit, but it certainly turns. We can do the splits. The skirt piece here hinders some of the movement, but not too bad. And we can kick forward and back. We can kick forward this much. It's being hindered by the skirt piece. And back. We have upper thigh cuts. So that's working there. And we have double jointed knees. Now these knees feel a little bit weird. They're a different kind of plastic, maybe a softer, more pliable plastic. So I'm a little worried about the knees. Can I get them to bend? There we go. Gotta be careful. I'm just not happy with the way the knees are working here. It feels like there's a very soft, pliable plastic, and if I keep bending it, trying to force it, I think I'm bending it the wrong way. So they do kind of work, but I'm not very happy with the knees. I think I could bend it more than that, but the knees are feeling kind of soft and pliable there. So something not quite right about the knees there. So this is from 2020, but maybe Hasbro was starting to change the quality of the plastic in some of the parts. We have boot cuts. It's turning a little bit. This one's working better. And with the ankles, we can go down. There we go. And we can go up. So these were pretty stiff at first, but I've been working with it. And then we have ankle pivot. So that's working. So the part that has me the most worried are the knee joints here. Seem to be kind of a soft plastic, and they are ratcheted. So if I keep forcing it, I feel like I'm bending it maybe in slightly the wrong way, and it'll break. So that just makes me very worried about the knees. But the arms, I think, are pretty good. So it seems to be kind of a harder plastic, and it's working pretty nicely. Here is Ms. Marvel next to a pair of 4-inch action figures. On the right is an adventurer from an Animal Planet set I reviewed a while ago. On the left is the Fortnite Jonesy action figure by Jazzwares. Here is Ms. Marvel next to a 6-inch action figure on the left, the Fortnite Legendary Series Havoc action figure by Jazzwares, and a 7-inch action figure on the right, the Masters of the Universe Masterverse He-Man action figure by Mattel. And it looks like this scales very well with 6-inch action figures as a female character, maybe a teenager or almost fully grown female character. So it scales very well in the 6-inch scale. And maybe it's okay in the 7-inch scale as a smaller childlike character. Here is Ms. Marvel next to a couple of Marvel Legends action figures, the Gamerverse Captain America and Gamerverse Iron Man action figures. Both of those are part of the same Abomination Build-A-Figure wave, along with Ms. Marvel. And I do appreciate how they make an effort to have different sizes for different characters, because they're not all the same height. So it looks pretty good together. The HammerTron Sledgehammer rating for this Ms. Marvel action figure is, well, not really okay. Although perhaps my rating is a bit low. The action figure itself seems to be doing quite well. I'm happy that the arms are bending and moving with no problems. The biggest problem I have are the knees. I'm just mostly worried about the knees being a softer, more pliable plastic, and I'm afraid they're likely to break. I can bend the knees when the action figure is right in front of me, but holding it at an angle in front of the camera makes it a little hard to make sure I'm bending it correctly. Also, this is an interesting action feature or a way to show off the superpower, which I'm pretty sure, now that I'm looking at this, I think we do have to pull the forearms out, but there are no instructions or illustrations showing that that is what we're supposed to do, so I'm just really worried about pulling out the forearms, because I don't think I've seen that feature on any other action figures. But it would seem to match the forearm, just pulling out the lower forearm, because it has the bracelet and the arm is painted just like the forearms here. I haven't pulled the trigger on pulling the arms yet, so maybe someday I'll work up the courage to do that, but maybe I won't. We'll see. Thank you for watching my review video. Please like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this action figure, let me know if we really should be pulling out the forearms for these to add the power feature, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. I'll see you next time, action figure fans.